Hello, 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 everyone. How are you going?
Hi,
Um,
everyone.
Welcome to our fabulous carepreneurs. People that are carers who've made the move to the digital business. We are at episode 23. How amazing that we've been doing this for such a long time, coming together once a month to talk to you as people who care for their children or a loved one and also do a digital business. My name is Nick, and I have a son that has a chronic pain condition, and I had a job that I thought was the best thing on earth, exactly what I wanted, and it got all turned upside down when he became unwell, and it actually gave me the opportunity to become a digital business owner, which I absolutely love. And it also brought me to meet these amazing women. And what I might do is I'll just get everyone to introduce themselves. And I hope that today, while you're watching, that something speaks to you and you can resonate with us. So first off, I'm going to go to Amma in the UK.
Thank you, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Like my lovely co-host Nick just said, my name is Amma, and I reside in the UK, but I was actually born in Ghana. I came here at a very tender age. I am a mother to a super fabulous young man who's also on the spectrum, the autism spectrum, and he has additional needs. Hence why I'm a carer. I came into this business because you ladies know, and anyone out there watching who's also a carer, not necessarily to a child, to a loved one, a friend, etc., you know how challenging it is just to be a carer in itself and also to try and hold down a job. So this business actually gave me the flexibility that I needed, and I jumped straight in. Yes, I am a digital business owner and a mentor as well. Thank you.
Awesome. Miss Vicky.
Good afternoon, everyone, or good evening, based on where you are located. So my name is Vicky. I'm based in Ontario, Canada. I'm a mother of three, caring for one of them because she has autism with other additional needs. And through this online business, I have a privilege to get to know these beautiful women you see here. We have something in common. But before that, we were in this business before knowing that we are like carers for our loved one. So this business is amazing. It makes you meet people you think you will never meet. And as you see on the screen, we're not located in the same area, but this business made us family members.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Miss Leanne.
Hi everyone, I'm from Sydney, Australia. The way I'm a carer is I'm a foster mom to a beautiful young teenager. I laugh at that because we're just coming to all these wonderful teenage issues, which are wonderful. My background's in pediatric nursing, and I'm a grandmother. I've got three beautiful grandchildren and three older children as well. I found this business because of my daughter. I was trying to think of ways that I could create her future, and this came into my path. And that was the beginning of a beautiful relationship, and I've been in the business now for 6 years, and it's been wonderful. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you. Thank you. And Miss Serena.
Hello, thanks, beautiful Nicole. Good morning from Sydney, everyone. My name is Serena, or also known as Min. I am a mother of three, living in Sydney, Australia, and I am a dental assistant and also a proud digital business owner, just like these beautiful women here. And I become a digital entrepreneur because I need the flexibility work to care for my one of my middle child. Actually, he's autism in the fit in the autism spectrum. So he lack social skills and all the basic building to build his to help him to live independently and building skills to live survive when I'm not here anymore. So that's why I found this business, and it's amazing that I was able to relate to found these beautiful women here, and they were able to understand what I'm going through. And yeah, just me, mum, working for a better future for ourselves and our loved one. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Amazing.
I just love that, like, we're all from different parts of the world and we've all got different things going on in our lives, whether we're doing other jobs or we're doing this business full time. Serena just also mentioned that, you know, she did it for her child. Like, this is a beautiful business where it's a legacy, so you can leave it to them. And it is just something that we can do for our children as well as for us. Now,
Yes.
talking about children and loved ones and business, our topic for today is actually our biggest challenges and how we overcame them. So, I mean, it's a big call to ask for the biggest. So, I am going to actually go to Alma first. Please
Do
let
you know what?
me
I was sitting there saying, please don't pick me, please don't pick me.
Alma, if you make me cry, it's just going to be, you know, gone
Oh,
from here.
yeah. Oh, God.
Because realistically, we all have really good days and we all have
Yeah,
honestly rubbish days. We
yeah.
do. Like, things can be super challenging. Like,
Mhm.
I'll give a little thing about, like, since I've been a business owner, like, I've had my son in hospital. He's not been able to get out of bed like for more than an hour a day, and he is traveling really well with his health right now. But if I look back a few years ago, like, I thought he was going to be in a wheelchair. His face would puff up. His whole body's in pain 24/7. And, like, for me to even think to do a post to inspire or educate or entertain someone was really hard. Really, really hard. And so there's all this work that we do on our mindset and within this business. And I am, you know, a faith-filled person, so I pray a lot. So these are things that I do to overcome these sorts of challenges and these heartbreaks. Like, honestly, there's a lot of heartbreak there. But I also surround myself with key people. So people like everyone on this panel. And, you know, Leanne would be on speed dial and I'd be crying or just in a mess. And I look at some of my past videos and I'm like, oh, that was not a good day, Nick. And that was not a good day. But, you know, by me having something that is meaningful in my life as well, that
Mhm.
I can help others, that's also something that helped me overcome those hard days. Those hard
Yeah.
days. Because when I wasn't doing my business and I'd quit the job that I thought I always wanted, like, I got in a funk. Like, I was really low. Like, I was depressed. I was so stuck in grief. Like, I was in grief and indecision because I didn't know. The doctors didn't know what was the best thing. The specialists, no one knew what was the best thing for my son. And I was here trying to make decisions, and like, it was only me to make those decisions too, like sole parent. And it was like, it was hard, mate. But I surrounded
Yeah.
myself with people that got it, because people that don't have these extra sort of care or responsibilities, they kind of have an idea And you have children and you have an idea, but this is next level, right? When you've got all these medical things and that. But I surrounded myself with people that spoke wisdom into my life, and I also learnt more, and I did the mindsets, and I prayed. These are all my sort of keys that helped me come through. And then, find something that makes you laugh. Sing and dance it out. So they're my things. All right, Alma, it's your turn now.
Just yeah. I mean, you. I didn't know how to say it when I was saying please don't, because you kind of, gosh, all right, deep breath. You brought me back, and you brought me back to a time where my biggest challenge was just showing up every day. Um, and anyone who's gone through, I'm not just going to hone it to being a carer, but gone through any kind of adversity. And being a carer is not an adversity in terms of it's the end of the world. But I just want to paint a picture which you ladies would understand. You know, when my son was born, and then I started to notice regression, for want of a better word, and changes. One minute he was talking, next minute it stopped. He was in his own little world, all these things. Anyway, when he got his diagnosis, I'll be quite honest, and some people may not like me, and it doesn't mean I loved my son any less. But when he actually got his diagnosis, I actually felt bereaved. I felt that like a bereaved parent, like I'd lost a child. Now, looking back, the bereavement was I was being told about something I knew nothing about. And I was also being told, bless them, I think they wanted the best by telling me the worst situation so that as he grew and, he wasn't doing those things, then I would be so happy. But yeah, at the beginning, I felt so bereaved. I remember there would be nights where I would cry myself to sleep, you know, and then having to, obviously, with my son, he's trying to understand his world. He's not going through those typical trajectories that children do. He couldn't speak, so he had his frustration. I felt even more guilty because I'm thinking I'm your mum, so I should, they say these things, your child. Well, it's like I was figuring out my child, and it's harder when they can't express to you how they're feeling, or they don't act in an typical way that you can kind of guess or decipher what's going on. So my biggest challenge was actually waking up, showing up every day. Now, you touched on people who don't have, I don't want to just, I always, in our conversations, I pin it down to children just because that's why I'm a carer. But I know that you become a carer for loved ones. You can become a carer in a different stage of life, etc. But people who don't have caring responsibilities, some of them do try to understand. And as I was maturing in my journey, I had to come to that realization. At the beginning, I just felt that people said things that would either irritate me, were stupid, or were just insensitive. But as I was going through my journey, I had to say to myself, look, if you weren't in this situation, you would do some of these things, that kind of thing. But it was always not being around people who got it. And when I came into this business and I met you fabulous ladies, you get it. I don't have to, none of us have to go into things. If we're having a bad day and we say we're having a bad day, you don't need to explain. If you want to talk about it, we're all ears to hear, but it's not you have to explain, because we get it. You're having a bad, I get it. You don't need to go any further. It's more like, are you okay? So overcoming my biggest challenge was waking up every day. Now, when I look back, I'm just so thankful for my son. I'm thankful for the way that he is just purely because I think it's helped me to be a better person in terms of people say to me, you are so patient. And I say to them, you don't know the teacher that I've had to make me patient. It's made me look at life differently as well. But I just want to bring in this business in terms of Leanne, Nicole, you know that I have been quite ill. And one of the things, sadly, with a lot of people who are carers, they do say that they do become ill with the I personally don't think it's just the care and responsibilities, everything else that goes on in life, trying to keep a roof over your family's head, trying to chip in to make sure that you're adding to the household pot, trying to I don't know if the word is appease friends, but trying to how can I put it? You do lose a big social circle when you have that kind of care and responsibility. But anyway, why I brought in this business is because, yeah, I've been quite ill and quite seriously ill. But it was a relief not knowing that I was worrying about the finances. And it brought me back to even when I was doing that 9 to 5 as my only source of income, I always still worried about finances. I worried about finances because I'd have those days where I'd be too exhausted to go into work, but I knew I had to go into work if I wanted to keep a roof over my son's head and my head, obviously. I worried about finances in terms of would I have enough, not just to retire, but when I'm no longer on this earth, have I actually accumulated enough that I know in my hearts of hearts that if I was to fall off this earth now, my son is covered for, because the reality is he can't get up and go and get that typical job. He will need the support. So my biggest challenge was showing up every day. I'm glad that I did it, and I'm even more glad that I came across this business, because life is a journey. My journey has changed, but thankfully, because of this business, I don't have some of those worries that I would be having if I wasn't in the business. And I've got to meet fabulous ladies who get it. You get it. So I'll hand it back to you. I think I've sort of gone on a bit too much.
Yeah.
Sorry, before you go, because I think we've got quite a few people watching. I'll just put them here. So we've got ladies, you're going to have to help me because I haven't got my glasses. Is that Hashar
Pleasures.
Hashas from, is it Morocco?
Morocco.
Yes.
A
Morocco.
beautiful place. I've been there. Nafi, I recognize her face. This is one of my mentees. She says, what she said,
Oh, hello, boss ladies.
thank you, Nafi, for
So
being.
cute.
And then we have got, is it
Rashid?
Rashad.
Rashad,
Rashad. Awesome.
Rashid? Thank you for tuning in. Let us know where you're watching from, because we like to see how global these lives are. Back
Yeah.
to you, Nicole.
Wow. Um, I kind of like that we said hello to everyone so I could compose myself, because as Alma's talking, like I can feel and I just want to reach through the screen and give you a hug. Um, everyone's journey is individual, but
Mm.
like my heart just goes out to you, and I am totally inspired every day that you do get up, that you do keep going, and that you do what you do for your family. And it's just beautiful, and I'm so happy that we started doing this together.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to shake it up a little bit now. I'm going to actually go to Serena and tell me about your biggest challenges and how we overcame them.
I just thought you would pick me. So
Oh my
easy.
Actually, it shouldn't be a fearful thing, ladies.
I'm seriously gonna cry.
Not me, not
Um,
me.
I'm comfortable because I'm talking. I've got you ladies surrounded me. So my story is my biggest challenge was my son being diagnosed because I just got called by my son's teacher one day when I was working, And then she said that, I think your son has a special need to be diagnosed. So I got there diagnosed, and I got told that my son got autism spectrum. I said, well, what is it? And she said, because your son was so studious and performed wonderfully in the from the fifth year back, and suddenly he just withdrawn. And she was asking me all these questions at home, how my son was, and I sort of I looked about before this. I did not pay attention at all because of the work. I dedicate all my health, all my time towards my work, and even the home reading was done by my lovely neighbor. She stepped in to help me. So when I got home, I started to kick myself. I was burying myself in the mom's guilt for not paying attention and not, you know, and he got really withdrawn when I really pay attention to him at home. He doesn't interact with the other two. He's a middle child, by the way, and so all these guilt that I bury myself in, I was so in denial of my son would be diagnosed in that category. But then after I kicked myself, bashing myself up, I picked myself up and say, Serena, it's no good letting yourself slip to live in the past. You gotta stand up. Your son needs you. Your family needs you. You gotta get up, look ahead, solve this, help him. So I started to feel in my motherhood, seek a professional, and at the same time, I reach out to explore the opportunity that it's flexible, the work that is more flexible, so I can take my son to attend all these professional appointments to help him build and stand on his feet when I'm not here anymore. So that's when I found this awesome platform, digital business, which I before this I was really low and self-conscious that I am the only one. But when I really reach out, there's a lot of moms caring for their loved ones. There are a lot of autism kids out there being cared for their parents. So I'm not the only one. But for when I speak to my friends, and they don't get it because they don't have they are not in that category. But when I open up to this community, they get it because they are going through what I'm going through, and I'm just so lovely, so warm, and that gives me the energy to get up and show up and to build a better future for myself and my son future.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
And
got
so,
a bit
No,
emotional
no.
because I reflect on my mom's guilt.
yeah, when you said that word, mum's guilt, I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
And we beat ourselves up. Like, I'm sure
Mhm.
everyone here on the panel and people watching, like, beat themselves up for silly things. You do the most
Mm.
amazing things. but it could be that one thing, and that's what resonates in your head. So it's actually a lot of work on your mindset and putting people around you so that you go, it's all right, that was one moment, let's keep moving. So yeah, thank you for sharing. Vicky, please talk to me about what was, one of your toughest days, biggest challenges, and how you've overcome them.
Well. Challenges. Talk about challenges. Well, there are many, to be honest, but as Serena touched it, like everyone said it, when I heard that name or that diagnosis of autism, I didn't know what it is about. But even like before they getting there, she was being diagnosed something else. And I remember when one of the doctors told me she doesn't have autism, and then I celebrated because I had that fear. And he was like, if I was you, I would not celebrate because what she has is worse. And I was like, I remember crying and crying. And then, we you I have a job. I had a job I have to attend like 5 days a week. I have a child I have to care for. I have two other kids. I have a husband to care for. So my shoulders were kind of not enough to hold all of those challenges. But I have learned to live one day at a time, because I had that fear maybe at work they will say, because with being at hospital today, being at the hospital tomorrow, and without mentioning, there were planned appointment, but there were some surprises as well. So it's a mix of everything. So I was afraid to lose my job, or maybe get that label of, oh, the woman who may not show up tomorrow, you know but then I learned to live one day at a time, to not look far because otherwise I want to see much, because I don't know what tomorrow will hold. So to be honest, when I found this business where I can manage my time without like asking the boss, or telling the boss I have to go to the appointment tomorrow, I have another one next week, I have two the following week, and finding each of you people like who understand me. um you can't even guess, you can look at me, maybe Vicky went through something, because you have been in the same spot, you understand better than anyone can understand. Another thing that is challenging, it's being in a social event. Maybe you went and then you receive a call, okay, something is happening with your child, you have to leave, and everybody will say, why are you leaving so early? Your kids are old enough, where are you going? And you don't have to explain to everybody what happened. So you learn to be silent sometimes, just reply with a smile, and then you know move on. So, but this business really, uh, just people, they can know it's not for I mean, people who are caring for their loved ones only. It's for everybody. It's because for us who has additional needs we have to handle, this
Mm.
business is the best choice. We can do it whenever we have few minutes to do it, and we don't have like a deadline, we don't have like to meet at a certain time. So we're just sharing the experience to explain people how, even if we have like our hands are full, we manage to do this business
Mm.
because it's easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that even when you have your hands full, like we can just
Mhm.
do it in the time that we have. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. Leanne, what would be one of your biggest challenges and how have you overcome it?
Oh, well, ladies, I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk my way through this, but let's have a go. So you might relate to this, is overcoming the trapped syndrome. That feeling of I am trapped. So I'm going to try really hard not to cry.
Oh,
Just recently I've just come to a revelation of, you go to the shops to, get the ingredients for the meal for the night. And the attendant says, "How are you today?" And so lately my response is, "That's a loaded question. I choose to be good."
oh,
Because
Well,
one, the people around me really don't have a clue what I'm going through with my life. Two, they don't care because they're caught up in their own what's going on for them, and it's okay because that's that's our life. But I realize that there's some strategies that can help me get through this, and I've gone from isolation, feeling very isolated, and people not really knowing what I'm going through. And even if I told them, sometimes you can't even explain the situation because somebody will still not understand really the essence of what you're going through. So for this is an ongoing challenge for me, and there's been many tears over that, even this week, and I've realized that how do I cope with that feeling of being trapped? My daughter is fully dependent on me, and she's at an age now. She's heavy and she's taller than I am, and I can't just get my aging mother-in-law to come and sit with her while I escape for an hour, because if she needs to be transitioned to the bathroom, it's just not it's not fair on her, and it's not fair on my aging mother-in-law to do that. And quite honestly, even when you have support workers, sometimes life happens for the support worker and they might be sick, they might have a family event. It may be a public holiday and they want to go away and spend quality time with their family. And the reality is life happens. But how do I come forward through that and still keep the essence of who I am and what my dreams are? And it's okay. It's okay to feel these moments of, right now I'm trading my time, I'm investing my life into this person. But with this trade-off, right now I need to be here. But then I've learnt that I need to also set aside time ahead where somebody can come in and can go, "I've got this partly, go and do something for yourself." And then Nicole actually hit the nail on the head for me last night. Here's the tears coming. I can feel them coming. "Leanne, I understand that you've got all that going on, but right now we're at an Indian restaurant. It's absolutely beautiful, and let's just be here now." And so my coping mechanism is, when I do have those moments where I have the freedom, whether it be just to leave the house, go and have an amazing meal at an Indian restaurant with Nicole, with my friend, that moment in time is precious. That moment in time is filling love, my love back up. It's giving, it's giving back to me, and it's who I am as a person. I'm capturing who I am. So whether those moments is, with my art, taking a photo, sharing a story. I'm a bit of a storyteller. I love to tell stories. Um, things that give back to me help me to be there for my daughter when I really don't feel like I need to be there, but I have to be there, because nobody's going to understand that. If you're as a nurse, I used to say, when you're having a good day, everybody's happy, everybody's having a good day, your patient's having a good day. But if you turn up to work and you're having a bad day, that's a really bad day for your patient. And it's the same for our family. And, it's a big challenge. When you're having a bad day, You have to choose. You have to choose. And, our morning looks a lot different to somebody who doesn't have a responsibility. Let's just put it that way. When we get out of bed and our feet hit the floor, we might be straight in. You might not even get a chance to get dressed yet, but you're on. And that is tiring, and that can make you feel trapped. And nobody really understands. And nobody understands that. And unless you meet amazing people like yourselves who can say, honestly, put their hand on their heart and say, I get it. And so that's how a part that I overcome that. And I choose. I choose, just like I choose to keep going and to know that you're investing your life into some amazing little person or big person. You're making their life better. Then that is sacrifice that we do every day. Yeah. Woo. So
You are
ways
such a beautiful person.
to how I cope. I've had to learn how to express my needs. I've had to ask for help and realize that I can't do it alone. This is not something that I need to do alone. So why would you, right? I've learned to just be. In those moments when the tears come, and I can feel them coming, is to let them come, because you know what? We need to. And it's none of my business what other people think of me. They can't understand. They can't understand what I'm going through. But that girl in the mirror that I look at every day,
Mm.
when she understands, and I've got to learn to be nice to her as well.
Yeah.
Um, I recognize the warning signs when I'm super emotional. That probably means I need to go and put my head down and have a 10, 15-minute power nap because my body's screaming at me. Um,
Yeah.
and and like the ladies have said, we really do value being able to meet with other parents that get it, right? That really
Yeah.
get it. And this business has provided that for me. I'm not isolated anymore. I've had the opportunity to work on my self-expression, my communication with others, what what matters to me, to understand myself and why I have these goals and these dreams and what it means for my family. And this business is so beautiful, like the training, the connections, the culture of helping other people and that ripple effect that comes with it. So okay, thanks, Nicole. I think I've said enough.
Yep. Thanks. And I'll
Yeah, thank you, Leanne. Good
yeah.
for my liner.
Yeah.
Look, the reason we share these stories too with everyone is it's like we want to be real, we want to be authentic, and for you to actually see us. And we know that there are other people out there that actually do get it. There are people walking similar journeys. I will never say someone walks the same journey, but there's people walking similar journeys. And I want the people watching to know that we see you, and this business can change your life. Like it can, like I actually say this business saved my life because I lost myself. And through what everyone else is saying, there's been times where we've all just gone, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? But through becoming a digital business owner, it gives us an area for us to control, gives us an area for us to influence and for us to learn and know that we can do it when we can. And I love the line that Leanne has said about I choose.
Yeah.
Are you okay? I choose to be okay.
Yep.
But it's also fine to say, actually, I'm not okay. I'm
Yeah.
rubbish. But I would, but like we choose who we say that to.
Yeah.
And we choose when we do our posts and social media and what we share. Honestly, we've shared a lot today, and I know some of it's really hard. And if it has really resonated, and reach out to us or reach out to a loved one. Like, we don't want you to do things alone either. And if you are looking for an opportunity to change your future, because that's what this business is, it's changing our future, it's changing our family's future. And then this is what I would recommend that you look into. It may not be for you, but it might actually be something that makes you excited to get up every morning, that makes you push through those hard days, that makes you actually go, oh, like for me, I lost my dreams, so I can now dream again. I can travel again. I can actually, go shopping and not worry, because all of us that we're talking here, we've all talked about that financial worry. We've all talked about the pain that we have. But that's actually what gets us up every morning, and that's what gets us doing our business. And we want to be here to inspire you, and we want to be here to support you as you start your journey. So please reach out to the people whose page you're watching this on, and just ask to have a look. Find out more. We'd love to talk to you. And we will be back next month. So please come back and join us and hear our next topic, because
Nick,
we are for you.
sorry to interrupt. There was a message in the chat.
Yes. I just sort of did, because you can register on our pages. So I said, talk to everyone. Yeah, and we have a webinar that you can watch as well.
Yeah.
So I would highly recommend, talk to people. We can get you to register for that webinar. That doesn't cost you anything to watch. You can watch it live, or you can watch it on replay, like I did at 11 o'clock at night, because that was convenient for me. Yeah, and yeah, I'm actually hosting a little bit of a webinar in 2 hours. So if anyone wants to come and chat with me then about like business, come and chat to me. We're all here. Thank you so much, everyone. I know this morning's gone a bit long, but precious, precious moments, and these stories actually impact people's lives. So thank you.
Powerful.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
That's good. It's not working now.